Most cars die at 150,000 miles because the owners follow the manual straight to the junkyard. But a secret group of legends is hitting 500,000 on original engines. The difference? They know that the dealership is lying. Today, I'm exposing the 13 habits that make an engine last forever. And stick around for number 11. It's the simplest thing you can do, but ignoring it is exactly why 90% of cars never see their 10th birthday. Habit number 1, timing belt deadline. The manual might say 100,000 miles, but that's a gamble you don't want to take. Timing belts age even when the car is parked. By 7 years or 80,000 miles, that rubber is brittle. Unlike a serpentine belt, a timing belt doesn't squeal, it just snaps. When it does, your pistons slam into your valves at 3,000 RPM, and your engine is instant scrap metal. When you replace it, do the water pump and tensioners too. It's a $1,000 job that saves a $6,000 engine. But even a new belt won't save you if you're sandpapering your cylinders every morning. Let's talk about the cold start myth. Habit number 2, avoid cold revving and excessive idling. Cold revving is engine torture. When you first start the car, the oil is at the bottom. Revving it immediately means metal on metal contact. On the flip side, excessive idling creates low oil pressure and carbon buildup. The Goldilocks zone? Start the car, wait 30 seconds for the oil to circulate, then drive gently until the temp gauge moves. That's how you reach the 500,000 mile club. Your engine is warming up, but what if the lifetime fluid in your gearbox is actually grinding your gears to dust? Here is the lie they told you. Habit number 3, kill the lifetime fluid myth. There is no such thing as lifetime fluid. To a manufacturer, lifetime just means the end of the warranty period. Transmission fluid shears down, overheats, and collects metal shavings with every shift. If you wait for the transmission to slip before changing the fluid, it's like waiting for chest pain before you start dieting. It's too late. Drain and fill every 60,000 miles. Don't flush an old neglected box. Just drain it. The transmission is safe, but your car's skeleton might be rotting away while you sleep. Here's why you need to wash where you can't see. Habit number 4, wash the undercarriage. An engine can be perfect, but if the frame snaps in half from rust, the car is dead. Salt and road grime are car cancer. They hide in the wheel wells and on top of fuel lines. Once a month, use a high-pressure rinse on the undercarriage. If you live in the Rust Belt, this is more important than changing your oil. You can fix an engine, but you can't easily fix a rotted-out frame. The frame is solid, but what about the nose of your engine? Here's how to restore your MPG in 5 minutes without a mechanic. Habit number 5, clean the MAF sensor. If your car feels sluggish or your MPG is tanking, your mass airflow sensor might just be dirty. It's the nose of your engine. When dirt or oil coats the wires, the engine miscalculates the air-fuel mix. Don't buy a new sensor for $200. Buy a $10 can of MAF cleaner. Spray it, let it air dry, and never touch the wires. It'll bring your throttle response back to life instantly. The sensor is clean, but your engine block might be sitting in a bath of acid right now. Let's look at that neon liquid under your hood. Habit number 6, coolant clock reset. Coolant doesn't just keep the engine cool, it prevents it from rotting. Over time, coolant turns acidic and starts eating your water pump impeller and head gasket from the inside out. Flush your coolant every 3 to 5 years. And remember, never mix colors. Red, blue, and green are different chemistries. Mixing them creates a gel that will clog your system and fry your engine. Acid is bad, but a clogged heart is worse. Your fuel pump is screaming for help because of this one forgotten filter. Habit number 7, replace the fuel filter. Your fuel filter is the gatekeeper. Over time, it traps rust and sludge, forcing your fuel pump to work double time just to push gas through. But here's the kicker. Fuel pumps are cooled by the fuel flowing through them. A clogged filter restricts that flow, causing the pump to overheat and burn out. If your car hesitates under load, that's your pump screaming for help. Don't wait for a $600 repair. Replace the filter every 40,000 miles to keep the pump cool and your injectors clean. The fuel is flowing, but can you actually stop? Most people ignore this next fluid until their pedal hits the floor. Habit number 8, flush brake fluid. Brake fluid is hygroscopic. It literally sucks moisture out of the air like a sponge. After 3 years, that water content can boil during heavy braking, leaving you with a mushy pedal and zero stopping power. Even worse, that moisture rots your ABS module and calipers from the inside out. Don't guess, use a $20 moisture tester. If it's over 3%, flush it. It's a 5-minute safety check that saves your entire braking system. Now that you can stop, let's talk about the silent killers in your drivetrain that 99% of drivers completely forget. Habit number 9, Gearbox Guardian. The differential and transfer case are the most neglected parts. They use heavy gear oil that shears down into a thick, metallic sludge over time. If you have an AWD or 4WD vehicle, these components are under constant stress. Change the gear oil every 30,000 to 50,000 miles. Don't wait for a whining sound. By then, the bearings are already pitted. The gears are lubricated, but you might be melting your $2,000 exhaust system because of a $60 part. Let's check your plugs. Habit number 10, high-quality spark plugs. Worn spark plugs are catalytic converter killers. As the plug ages, the gap grows and the spark weakens, leading to incomplete combustion. This sends raw, unburnt fuel straight into your exhaust, where it hits your $2,000 catalytic converter and literally melts the internal honeycomb structure. Don't gamble with cheap plugs. Use NGK or Denso Iridium every 60,000 miles. It's a small investment to prevent a massive repair bill and keep your engine firing perfectly. The burn is clean, but are you following the #1 marketing lie in the automotive world? This one is the big one. Habit number 11, the 5K oil rule. Ignore the 10,000-mile lie. Manufacturers push these long intervals just to make the car look low maintenance on paper, but in the real world, that oil turns into engine-killing sludge long before the light comes on. Change it every 5,000 miles. No exceptions. And stop using $2 bargain filters. They lack the proper bypass valves your engine needs. Your timing chain and VVT system live and die by oil pressure and cleanliness. Don't starve them of fresh oil just to save a few bucks, or you'll be paying for a new engine at 130,000 miles. The oil is fresh, but a tiny $15 plastic part is about to blow out every seal in your engine. This is the mystery leak killer. Habit number 12, replace the PCV valve. This $15 plastic valve controls the pressure inside your engine. If it sticks shut, pressure builds up until it blows out your main seals and gaskets. I've seen people spend $1,200 fixing mystery oil leaks that were caused by a clogged $15 PCV valve. Replace it every 40,000 miles. It's a 5-minute fix that keeps your gaskets dry. Habit number 13, the ear test and logbook. Drive in silence once a week. Every new click, hum, or vibration is your car trying to tell you something. Catch a $50 noise today, or wait for it to become a $5,000 failure tomorrow. Track everything in a logbook. Memory fails, but a logbook shows patterns. Knowing exactly when a part was changed allows you to stay ahead of the failure curve. 500,000 miles isn't luck, it's discipline. Which of these habits are you starting today? Let me know your current mileage in the comments. Hit subscribe to keep your car out of the junkyard. Drive safe.